Yep, still got issues. Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Joachim, back with another video. And that feels so weird still to say. So what I have here in this box is single issue comic book issues. Once again, they have entered my home. And I didn't purchase these directly. These are gifts, random act of kindness from my friend Matthias up in Stockholm, Sweden. He was telling me that he was gonna start pulling single issues again, but he wasn't gonna keep them around in his apartment when he was finished reading them. So he was basically gonna recycle them or throw them away. And I said, stop, wait, hold on. I'll pay for the shipping and you can send them to me so I can start reading single issue comic books again. And best idea ever, because I never knew that I would actually miss having a single issue just to flip through in 5 or 6, 7 minutes and just be done. Feels kind of nice actually in comparison to your 1500 pages omnibus. So rambling on, what we have here is basically 3 months worth of comic book issues and some paperbacks that he sends me. And I haven't read through all of it, but I was thinking that I'll show you some highlights and some I've read and some that I'm not. And yeah, we'll make a video out of it. So enough rambling, let's check out what's in the box. Okay, I'm gonna start by showing you some of the paperbacks that he sent me. And these are just bonuses because he really wanted me to read the series. And it's The Nice House on the Lake by James Tynion IV. And yeah, I love James Tynion's run on Detective Comics during the DC Rebirth era. I think it's the best thing ever that he has written, and love the omnibus and everything. So this is a DC label, but of course it's not DC hero related in any way, sort of like the Vertigo imprint. And I think they're bringing Vertigo back if my intel is right. And these collects the first 12 issues of The Nice House on the Lake, and it's a horror comic thriller, and it's really nice. It has some, I think one review summarized it as some kind of a Lost series, and yeah, I can see that. Reading through some of the extras on it, it seems like James Tynion doesn't really have an ending in mind as of right now. But so that kind of worries me because this was actually really good and I would like to actually stay on it and read the next paperback. Nothing that I'm gonna upgrade into a future deluxe edition or anything, but it's just really nice to read something that just takes you in half an hour or something like that. So really good. And the second paperback that I got was The Sacrificers by Rick Remender. And I've read a lot of Rick Remender series over the years, and this one is actually kind of okay. I think, of course, every main antagonist is in some sort of way broken. A lot of Rick Remender's main characters are broken, either it's addiction or something else. But this one, I think it's just sad, and then to make it anthropomorphic, is that the word? When using animals as humans, or yeah, I guess in this case it could be aliens, but I mean animals, they look like animals. I mean, we have a bird here. But yeah, it was really nice. I jumped through the 6 issues that collects in this paperback, and actually looking forward to read the second paperback also, if he would send me that is. Hint hint, if you're watching. And yeah, just really nice artwork, but that is subjective, so like everything in comics. Yeah, I was speaking about the Nice House on the Lake. We also got some single issues. The Nice House by the Sea, book 1, book 2 here, book 3, book 4. And we have all of these different markings on the titles. So I'm guessing they're all in different areas of the world taking place. Just guessing. I haven't read these. And then we jump into some DC comics. He is heavy into DC now with the all new or the all in special they made, where they kind of not revamping the issue numbering to number 1, but then just giving a heads up of you can start over here if you just want a new fresh story arc and no backstory needed. So that's all good, so I can keep up as well, because I haven't read anything. I think the latest DC stuff that I have in my collection, in the collected editions, were the Batman by Tom King. That's as far as it goes. And then we jump straight into the all-in. And so this all-in special with a two-sided comic book, that's fun, that's creative. Reminds me of Trillium, I believe it was called, by Jeff Lemire. I never read it, but it had this story that connected in the middle, just like this. So yeah, there's that. We have Justice League Unlimited, issue number 1. I can't believe that they went so long before they actually had a title, Justice League Unlimited, just like the Bruce Timm Justice League animated series, of course. And there's a lot of characters here, and I think he said that he wasn't gonna keep on reading it because there's so many characters to keep track of, and with a name like Unlimited, who could have guessed? Let's see here, we have, of course, Absolute Batman, issue number 1. This was kind of awesome. And I love a good Elseworlds Batman, but I haven't read as many as I should, because I've reread the canon Batman series all over again and again, but just to have a fresh start with a different universe, it's all good. And Scott Snyder, once again, Nick Dragotta, artwork that I remember from reading East of West, is nice seeing in this comic book. Of course, I did have some proportions problems with this cover in the beginning, but I guess it works out. And yeah, excited to see where this series goes and how long it will go on. And then we have Batman and Robin, the one of several Batman and Robin comics within this box. Issue number 14, issue number 15, From the Ashes of Batman's Past, Memento rises. Getting the, let's see here, Sherlock Holmes feels about, or the Jack the Ripper feels about that character, that's right. Or I guess Batman is our Sherlock Holmes, so yeah. Detective Comics, issue 1090, whoa. I remember actually buying the issue special of the 1000th detective issue, but yeah, long time ago. And 1091, Batgirl number 1. I read this, it was a quick read, and getting some Cassandra Cain action again. Green Arrow. I have not read Green Arrow since the New 52 Andrea Sorrentino run, and then I only read it in the paperback versions, so there's that. I've not been exposed to much Green Arrow material, unless we count the Arrow show. But we don't. We don't. And issue number 18, Nightwing. Haven't also been exposed to a lot of Nightwing material, unless we count Titans. We don't. Apparently the Titans show was exposed to Nightwing, so I don't even know why I did that comparison. Another Nightwing issue, issue number 120. And JSA by Jeff Lemire. Of course, nothing can beat the Jeff Johns JSA series, so with that in mind, just a fun read to see where they take their characters now and where they are. I mean, they were away for the longest time. I mean, during the whole New 52 basically and Rebirth. Or I guess they were kind of established within Earth 2, but never really called themselves the Justice Society of America. Oh, here we have Absolute Batman #2. Read this as well. Really liking it. And yeah, here we got Absolute Superman issue #1. Liking this as well. It's a fresh new take, and with Superman and everything being all good all the time, standing for peace, that's all good. But this is very interesting as well. And I mean, he is sort of depicted like a darker character here, on the cover at least. And I remember them, how the complaints on the New 52 Superman was that he was maybe too dark. And I mean, he had lost both his parents and everything. And I mean, this one, I don't think he has his parents as well. And therefore, being more like that character that people didn't like, but they like this. Yeah, let's think about that. And well, yes, also Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Read this one, and I read issue #2 as well. And I hope that my friend will keep on reading those titles, because I would really like to keep on reading them as well. And then I'll probably buy the collected editions at some point. They'll at least give us one good standard hardcover at least. Here we have more Batman and Robin comics, year 1. And so that was issue #1, issue #2. I think that was all DC titles, at least, that he was pulling, because now we got some indie titles from Image. We have Hyde Street, issue #1, by Jeff Johns and Ivan Reyes, Brad Anderson, great artists, and yeah, an indie comic that it's been so long since I read something new and fresh instead of just rereading all my stuff. And we also have issue #2 of Hyde Street. I haven't read this one. I read the first issue. Then we have Stand Still, issue #1, 2, and 3. It's a 8-issue miniseries. I've read the first 2 issues, but I'm waiting for more, because if it's a limited series, I mean, we're gonna have the conclusion of this soon, so I might hold on just rereading all this in one go. I'm a collected edition reader, so that's more comfortable for me. Okay, then we have, okay, these are like, how many issues? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Power Fantasy, the first 5 issues. And it doesn't say if it's a limited series or anything. Kieran Gillen, that's good. Ryan Hughes, I remember that name. I have no idea what this is about. Not at all. I haven't even flipped through it, actually. Oh yeah. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna check it out. More Image series. We have the first 4 issues of the Tin Can Society. I told you in the beginning of this video I wasn't going to show you everything, but at this point I'm showing you everything. Minor Arcana, the first 4 issues by Jeff Lemire, of course, just both writing and drawing. You can tell by the cover. If you know Jeff Lemire, you can tell when he is drawing. The Moon is Following Us. First 4 issues here, and it doesn't say if it's a miniseries or not, so maybe it's an ongoing. Maybe I should just start reading them. I haven't read these. I made sure to read most of the DC comics, but haven't so much with the indies. another miniseries, 2 issues out of 7 of Grommets. Another recommender series, so could be interesting. We have Two-Face, issue number 1. Oh, we're going more DC issues. Nightwing, 121. This is all out of order, as you can tell, but I hope this intrigues you in some way. I mean, it's not as predictable on what you're going to see. Batman Robin number 3. Here we go. So I have at least one more issue to read about that. Batman Dark Patterns number 1. If it's canon or not, I can't tell. I can't tell which one of these are in the canon universe or not. Another Detective Comics. I don't think I've read any one of these that are in the bottom of this. Batman Robin number 16. Justice League Unlimited number 2. Okay, so I have some homework to do. This I don't think I never would have picked up, but I'm gonna read it anyways. New Gods and Ram V. I haven't read anything from Ram V. I don't remember at least. So that'll be interesting. JSA issue number 2. Green Arrow issue 19. Yes. So we have Absolute Superman issue number 2. Wonder Woman issue number 3. And last but not least, Absolute Batman issue number 3. So that is what I have. I think we're up into number 5 right now with the Absolute titles, at least. That's what I'm keeping a small eye on, at least, and trying to keep track of. But this was fun. I mean, similar, like we used to do, easing it into it. But just for me, it's talking to the camera again, and for you, it's just seeing content at all on this channel. So yeah, this was nice and familiar. It's a crazy stack, actually, when you think about it. And yeah, some reading to do, but also trying to do other stuff. Let's see what we can do next, because I want to show you around a bit on what other things I've been doing since last time and what other things I've started collecting and whatnot. So this is Joachim. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in another one. Bye bye.